What's it like wearing a whistle again?
I mean, I wore it last year. I just didn't use it, so no, it's good. We don't use it a whole lot out here anyway, but it's nice to be back on the grass and officially coaching and trying to help develop kids and impact kids, you know, young men at this point. So it's been great.
So this is your 16, 20-hour days, year-round, a lot of recruiting. What went into your decision to become a full-time coach?
You trying to talk me out of it? I just got
No, I'm curious. Like a lot of contemporaries of yours would not do this.
I love it. You know, I started coaching Little League years ago, I guess now, 8, 9 years ago, and then obviously spent 5 years at St. Thomas and fallen in love with coaching and being around it. When kids go to school, my kids went away to school. That's what I'm good at, and feel like I can make an impact, and I enjoy it. Yeah, is there hard parts of it? Sure. Is there long hours? Sure. But if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? So we want to be a lead at what we do. I've always wanted to be a lead at everything I do, and I'll approach this the same way. Sometimes you got to recruit. Sometimes you got to go where it snows. You get people, and you do what you got to do. But you know, it will not be for a lack of effort and desire to compete and be the best at what we do.
What's it been like for you, just kind of delving into recruiting for the first time in the last year or so?
You know, it's interesting sometimes. You know, it's interesting. I'm used to being the one that doesn't text people back right away, or doesn't call people back, and you get to blame it on your gold jacket or whatever, and think that you can take your time replying. So now I feel what people that try to reach out to me sometimes feel. So it ain't no fun when the rabbit got together. You know, but it's part of it, man. You know, you just keep chipping away at it. Just keep chipping away at it. And most of the kids have been great. Families have been great. We still have to go out and work and out compete and out recruit every other school in the nation to get what we need to turn this program to where it needs to be.
Is there anything you learned on that front just from watching your sons get recruited?
Yeah, I mean, every kid is different. Every family is different. People are looking for different things. It's the same as when you're playing or when you're coaching or whatever. Everybody has different motivations for what they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing. And at the end of the day, it's always about relationships. It is in any business, in any family, in any venture you're in. It's all about relationships. So we try to develop those relationships, build those relationships, show them what we can do, how we can develop, how we can better their future. We can provide a quality education that you can't beat in this country. You know, you're selling all the same things other places are selling, but it's the relationships that you can form and build, and then having that pathway to get them where they want to go.
What are your impressions on the early enrollees so far? Ruben, Bain, Jaden Wayne, Collins, and Sheehan Pond?
They've all been great. They've done everything we asked them to do. They're getting thrown in the deep end. You know, you're supposed to be in high school still, and I guess right now, be on their high school spring break and getting ready for prom pretty soon. And they're here, taking a lot of reps. Obviously, Collins is still bouncing back from an injury, so he's attacking his rehab as a pro. And it's been tough on him, but he's doing a great job and getting a chance to come out and move around with us. So it's good to see him progress. Jaden Wayne coming all the way across the country, although he spent a year at IMG, which helped prepare him for being away. He's been great. He's got 10 toes down, and he's doing everything we asked him to do. He's taking a lot of reps and playing physical. He's showing all the things that we saw with the recruit. So it's great to see that manifest itself. And then Ruben Bain is as advertised. You know, he's a Bain, and he's here doing his thing, and we're really happy with where all three of them, those guys are.
Coach Criswell said your title is defensive line coach. How much are you working with defensive tackles, and also talking about Ruben? The second part of that is, do you envision Ruben playing inside at all?
Well, the first part of your question, yeah, I'm a D-line coach. You know, as you've seen his staff, Coach Cristobal's staffs are pretty big. You know, when you got 2 team buses for your staff, you got a big staff. So we have a lot of guys that all work together and collaborate and try to get this thing done. So titles was on the door, the work is the work, and listen, it's this is everybody's stew. You know, the sauce is the boss, as they who was that, Sweet Baby Ray's or something? Says the sauce is the boss. So we collaborate and we work with the tackles in the end. So yes, we all touch everyone. Ruben Bain, do I see him playing?
Inside at all?
The best 4 will be on the field. You know, our best 4 for that situation, for that particular game. You know, with some of that stuff. So our best 4 guys, the guys that give us the best chance to win that particular play or that series or that game, will be the ones to play. So, you know, it could be Ruben Bain inside, it could be Najalik, it could be Mesidor. You know, Mesidor played everywhere for us last year. It'll be no different. LT will get back, Double H will get back. So it'll be, you'll see a lot of guys rotating through. The more guys we have in that room that we can throw in the field and know what the standard is and know what to get from them each and every time, and the better this football team will be.
Coach, you were with this group last year. Is anybody taking a big leap just in the spring? Where you say, man, the body's different, the verticality?
I mean, there's so many guys that have done a good job. I mean, we've got a guy that's not even practicing that's really taking a big leap is Jafari Harmon. You know, he had to get both shoulders fixed, and knowing where he was last year and the struggles he went through trying to get to game day and deal with his shoulder harnesses and whatnot. Now he's healthy. He'll be back for training camp, so I'm excited about him. I like what he's done. Everybody upstairs has really done a good job. LT's attacking his rehab, chomping at the bit to get back out there. Najalik Kelly, everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Najalik. So what he's done since he's gotten here, didn't have a chance to play last spring, so really got thrown in the deep end during the season. Having been through 6 months of college football, now coming into the spring, he's approaching it a lot differently. Trying to be a leader, you know, just turned 18 years old, so he's still got that kid in him. Still does those things that make you scratch your head, but love him to death. And they've all been great. This is a great group of kids, a great group. I say kids, it makes me sound old, but a great group of young men that are understanding the culture in the second year of Coach Cristobal's culture, understanding the standard in the room and how it has to be every time we touch the grass. And they've done a fantastic job.
A couple more questions for Coach Joe.
In a similar vein, how have you seen Cyrus Moss develop? How has he developed his body?
Cyrus is doing a good job. He's struggled to try to keep weight on, and I can relate to that. Early in my life, I had a hard time putting the weight on. I think he's really rededicated himself to doing what he needs to do in this building to make himself better in this building and also off the field. I'm not going to quote his weight right now, but he's up quite a bit in the last 2 weeks. 10 days to 2 weeks is up quite a bit. And he's trending in the right direction. It's really good to see. And it's, you know, you can see his confidence build as he chases that number on the scale. I did sit him down and tell him, don't chase the number so much, you know. Chase the result, you know, chase what you're trying to get to. The number on the scale is only a part of the equation. Because sometimes we can tie our level of success or our mental state and how we're feeling based on such a small silver thing, like the scale. And I'm saying it from experience. I did it for years, you know, trying to get over 245. And I finally said, screw it, it'll be 240 or we'll pass at 240. I did it. I told him the same thing. You know, whatever that number is, don't tie your level of success in your mind to that. Just go do what you need to do on the grass, make plays. They can call you skinny all they want. They called me skinny for a long time. They still call me that in camp too.
Last question. How would you describe your coaching style?
I'm all about coaching them hard, loving them hard. You know, we have a standard. We set. You got to be very clearly define the kind of the boundaries, the lines, which you expect, the standard of work, the standard of expectations. Clearly define what the job is, what they have to do, how we're going to do it, and then I'm really big on why we do it that way. You know, teaching kids or teaching players why we're doing why we're doing something, why we're calling a certain call, what situation we're trying to do that. Why it's important we need to get to the A gap on a certain player, why we're important when we're dropping to the boundary, why we have to be out there in the flat, and how we do it. Not just telling them what to do, but explaining that full picture makes them better football players. So to answer your question, I kind of got off on a tangent, but we're going to lay it all out, very clearly defined. We're going to coach the heck out of them. We're going to coach them hard. We're going to push and demand and push and demand and push and demand, and then we're going to love them even more. And we're going to have fun doing it. So you might see me screaming one second and then laughing and smiling and patting somebody on the butt the next second. It's just the way we do it. You know, it's just, we're going to push and push and push and push, and we're going to have a great time doing it. They got 4 years to do this, you know, 5 years at best. Just to enjoy a lifetime dream, lifelong dream. I'm not going to be that person that wastes a day of their dream messing around, you know. They might waste one, but I'm not going to waste one. I'm not going to let them waste one.
Thank you.